Hello, my name is Becky and I'm bringing you cake and cake decorating ideas for beginners. I saw this recipe for rainbow cupcakes in a recent book I purchased by Lily Vanilli. I thought the cakes looked fantastic and I figured I'd give them a go. So here's my first attempt. I hope you enjoy the video. So here's the batter just made, ready for the rainbow cupcakes. I followed these as per Lily Vanilli's book called A Zombie in My Cupcake. So this is a really interesting, different type of experience with cakes, in that we're looking at the horror side, which I think is just brilliant. So I'm going to now take this batter and I'm going to separate it out into 7 different bowls so that I can then add the colouring. Okay, so what I've done is I've split the batter in between, in this case, 5 bowls instead of 7 bowls, and I've got some paste food colouring from Sugar Flower in yellow, blue, red. So what, yellow, blue, red. Yeah, and what I've done in 2 bowls, I've put straight colour. So that's 3 bowls. I've put straight colour. I've put red in this bowl. I've put blue in this bowl, and I've put yellow in here, and I'm just about to stir it up. And then in these other 2 bowls, I've put blue and red to create purple, and obviously yellow and blue to create green. So I'm just mixing the green up now. I used toothpicks to apply the colour to the batter for each sort of different colour, or a little spoon, a little egg spoon. So it's a tiny little spoon, and I've just put a small amount of colouring onto this spoon and then mixed them in. But the good thing with the toothpicks is it's less you can throw these away, and they get through the batter quite nicely. So here's the green colour, and now I am going to use a spoon to mix in the yellow colour. So here you can see I just blobbed a bit of yellow on the top of the batter, and as I mix it in, the colouring starts taking effect into the batter. So you can see this is a marigold yellow, and I'm going to effectively fold it in and mix it in. So here we go, nice yellow, bright yellow colour coming through. So that's it. Is it good there? So I've used a muffin tray, and these are muffin cupcake cases. So these are, so what I realised is that there's all sorts of different sizes of cupcakes, and people talk about them as muffins or cupcakes, or they don't actually give you an idea of the size. So what I've done here is I've used muffin cupcakes, because the recipe asks you to take a heaped tablespoon to act as your core colour, the colour that's going to be around the outside of the cake. So I've started putting in 1 heaped teaspoon of colour of red and 1 heaped teaspoon of colour of purple. I'm now going to do 1 heaped tablespoon of blue. So take a heaped tablespoon, put it over the centre, and scrape the spoon off with the little teaspoon that I used earlier. And we're going to fill all the cases with 1 core colour and then start again filling them up with the other colours in the centre. So I'll come back in a minute and show you that. So here is a 12 case muffin pan which I filled up. This recipe is designed to make 16, and it does. There seems to be enough batter for that. So I'm going to put these in. You can see I've made concentric rings, or near enough, of the different colours, smaller sizes as you've gone up into it. So as the cake mix cooks, the outer one, which will be the base, will fill up at the bottom upwards. So let's put them in the oven now. The oven's on at 180 degrees C, and it's required to cook for 15 minutes or until a skewer in the centre comes out clean. So let's try that. So here they are baked. Recipe said take 15 minutes to bake at 180 degrees C. I have a fan oven, and my cakes actually took 20 minutes to bake, and I tested this through dipping there to see whether they were still spongy, and also I pricked a skewer into the middle of each of these to check they were done. So I've taken them out of the muffin pan now, and you can see that all the colours have blended in together, and they've been cooling off. And if we gently open it, still not quite cold enough, we can see that the colour through the cake is there. Just going to leave it to be a bit more. So the cakes are still cooling, but I took one out of its cupcake, and you can see this is how the colour has mixed in together whilst it's been baking. It's so you have the red and the blue and the purple, and on top was the yellow. So yeah, it's great. It's a rainbow cake. So now leave these to cool, and then I'll put some blue frosting on. And there we have it, the inside of the rainbow cake with the lovely blue frosting on the top.